How you doing, guys? Welcome to the chat here on the Syrian Nomad. I haven't been on in a while, and the reason I came on here is to give everyone an update of what's going on with me. I know I said I was going to go to Chicago. I am going to go to Chicago. I'm still in El Paso, Texas. I had to do some important things here that I had to get done. And I was going to leave tonight. If you can hear me and see me, please press the number 69. But I was gonna leave a couple of nights ago, but I had to get some things done. And we're gonna talk about that more, what I've been getting done here. Before I get on the road. First and foremost, I just want to ask everyone, if you can hear me and see me, please say hello. Press the number 69. How you doing, Gino Perez? I'm not sure if you're that same guy are you the guy from Sacramento that watches Rosie? I'm not sure. But anyways, guys, how you doing, Gino? But anyways, guys, it's kind of hard to believe that I left Chicago on Christmas, and I'm still in El Paso, Texas, and it's mid-May. Time just flies by. It really does. And I had to think long and hard about what I'm going to do, because I was thinking of going to San Diego, California, but I don't think that's a good idea to do that now. I was thinking of just staying here, but I don't think that that's the best thing for me to do right now also, the timing. So I have a lot of different options on what I could do or what I could, what I should do. The most responsible and realistic thing for me to do at this time is to go back to Chicago, work, and make some money, and spend as much time as I can with my mom. That's very, very critical, important for me. I just kind of got a wake-up call. My mom was doing okay, but my sister says she came up with some sort of infection and they had to take her to the hospital, and then I found out she was okay or cleared everything up. So I just want to ask all my audience, my fans, friends, family, just please say a prayer in Jesus' name for my mom's health. Thank God she's got through this corona pandemic, and God be with her, really, when you get to the age that she's at, she's doing okay, but you never know, and it was difficult for me to leave Chicago and do what I had to do, but I had to do what I had to do, and I needed a break from the cold, and I needed a break from work, and I needed a break from the grind, and now I feel good. I feel rejuvenated. Thank you, Gino. So I just want to ask everybody here, just please say a prayer for my mom's health in Jesus' name. And please pray for my health. I'm doing okay, and please pray for the health and well-being of Lisa Marie while I'm on the road. As I get on the road on this approximately 1,500-mile journey, which I'm going to take my time and probably take 3 to 5 days to get there. I'm not going to push it. And some of you might be asking, why am I still here in El Paso? Why didn't I leave already, or why didn't I leave much earlier? I had to get a lot of things done here in El Paso, and I got a lot of things done. I didn't get everything that I wanted to get done, but I got a lot of things done, and it was quite an extraordinary, process. Ever since I've been here, since Christmas until now, I've only had to run my air conditioner maybe 2 or 3 times, and I ran the heater a handful of times. The weather here is really nice, and if you've never been to El Paso, it's a great place, Ciudad Juarez, to come and check out. But anyways, I'm prepping myself more for the road. I was supposed to leave a couple days ago, but I needed to stock up and prepare myself for the road. Make sure that I have extra. I bought some extra coolant. Not that I'm leaking any coolant, but just in case. I bought some extra power steering fluid because I got a little leak. I don't know where it's coming from. I've got some extra motor oil to top off my engine oil, 3 quarts of that. I filled up my fresh water tank for washing dishes and stuff of that nature. I got a pretty good amount of propane topped off on that. And I have about 2 weeks of food and about a week and a half of drinking water. So I'm prepared food-wise, water-wise, topped off my tanks with gas. I'm prepared in those ways. And I bought a digital tire pressure gauge from Walmart. And this is a pretty nice one, actually. It's made by Slime. And it's got like a digital gauge, and it's got like a little light to it, LCD light, LED light, and it lights up, which is really nice. And it's really sturdy. It was about almost 20 bucks with tax, but it seems like it's a good solid product. It's got a nice LED light here that you could use. Now, I don't know how you change the battery on this thing. It seems like it's kind of tricky, or there's 2 screws here to change the batteries, these 2 little mini screws, but it's got a LED light, plus it's got a lighted display here. And that's really nice to have as a pressure gauge. Slime always makes good products for tires. Now, I don't know how to turn this thing off manually. It seems like it's got a delay. Well, not, okay, you got to keep your hand on the button and it turns it off. So it's a pretty cool little product. I highly recommend it. It looks like it's sturdy. It's got a LED light plus a nice digital display for your tire pressure. And I also recommend this product at Walmart. It's an own windshield mount for your cell phone. I always use a cell phone for music and GPS, so that's an essential. They don't last that long. They last probably 6 months to a year. And usually the arm breaks off because, I don't know, this piece of metal that's in the arm or aluminum breaks off. So I'm well prepared. I have plenty of food, plenty of water. Make sure that I check my fluids regularly on the rig. Check my tire pressure, and I'm going to be okay on the road. The weather is going to be nice. It's not too hot yet, I think. All over the country, the weather is really nice now. In most of the country, even here in El Paso, it's beautiful now in the nighttime. Probably gets a little bit hot in the daytime, but nice in the nighttime. So if it's this nice here in the nighttime, you know it's going to be nicer and cooler up north. So the good news is, yeah, I'm prepared. I'm more prepared than I was last time. I made sure that I had an issue with my power steering pump. That was replaced with a new belt. I have a new inline fuel pump, which caused me problems. That's in good shape. So maintenance-wise, I'm okay on the Lisa Marie, and also an oil change was done on the Lisa Marie while I was here. So I got good oil to make it back home to Chicago. The only bad news about obviously now is the gas prices. Coming down here, I was able to get gas under $3 a gallon. Anywhere approximately between $2.69 a gallon to $3 a gallon, I was able to get gas that cheap when I came down here. Now, gas is higher. A lot of places on the road that I've seen, you can get gas for around $4 a gallon, give or take, maybe a little bit higher here or there. When you get to Chicago, Illinois, it's going to go up to $4.50 and up. So yes, that's a bad thing that gas is up. But the bottom line is, it's going to cost me a little bit more to get back home to Chicago. But it's not that bad. Thank God it's not over $5 a gallon. If it's $4 a gallon, it's high. But, like I said, in Europe and in Canada, they pay a lot more for gas than we do. So, we shouldn't take anything for granted. So yeah, I've just been spending the last few days just really prepping up here for the road. I got my sugar-free energy drinks from Starbucks, some French vanilla. I got some sugar-free Red Bull. Stocked up on a few perishable items. My refrigerator is not working very well, but the freezer portion is working well, so I have a few perishable items in there, like Hebrew National hot dogs. I like those. Make some hot dogs on the road. I've got Campbell's Chunky and Progresso soups. I've got, if you guys can get these in the Midwest, these are really good. Dots pretzels, or Dots cheese curls. These are really good. I stocked up on these. These are delicious. And if you never tried these guys, you got to try them. So, I'm stocked up on food, and I'm going to get a few more non-perishables tomorrow. So I look at myself getting out of here probably tomorrow or in a day or two. I'll be out of here. Dots. Oh yeah, I don't know if they sell Dots where you're at, but they do sell it in the Midwest. And I was able to pick up some from Albertsons grocery store here in El Paso. They don't, or they carry them at Kroger's, but it seems like they don't carry them at Walmart, which kind of surprises me. But in Chicagoland, they carry them at Jewel Osco grocery store, and they're really good. And especially the cheese curls are really good, and all their pretzels are much better than Snyder's of Hanover. Yeah, they're the best pretzels I've ever had that are mass-produced. But anyways, I'm stocked up on snacks, food, to keep me going here for a while. I probably have I probably would say I have at least 3 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks of food supply, non-perishable mostly. Food supply. You always need that when you're on the road. You know, you never know what's going to happen, so you always want to be prepared. So I'm probably going to have about 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a little bit over 3 weeks of food supply. Non-perishable mostly items. With you eventually, and you'll come. Let's see, I'm trying to increase the brightness here so I can see what you guys are saying. Let's see. When do you think you'll eventually come out to Cali, bro? What's going on? How are y'all doing? Safe travels. Thank you, Tim Jones, Gino. I don't know, Gino, if you're the same guy from Sacramento to watch the Rosie, but yeah, I think California. I'm definitely want to come down to San Diego. And if I go back and work now, you know, I know I'm going to work at least until December or all of December, like I did last time. Depending on the weather. December is a very iffy month in Chicago. It could go good or bad, but you know it's going to get cold in January. So I'm going to work at least until December or halfway through December, or maybe all of December. Mostly, I think getting out around mid-December is a safe bet. But I need to work, replenish my funds, and do it all over again. Do it all over again. And when I do that, I'll be able to come out to California and take some time and figure out what's going on in San Diego. I can't believe I spent so much time in El Paso. It's been quite a learning experience. I feel at home here. I feel safe here. And there's a lot of great things about El Paso. And one of my goals was to spend some time here. I didn't think I was going to spend this much time here, but spend some time here so I could compare it to Tijuana, Mexico. And I really was a learning experience. It was a learning experience. Yeah. That's basically the way to go. Is to work in the summer months, work spring, work work late winter, spring into summer, into fall, and take the winter off. You can do that doing the van life. If you have enough funds. I had a little bit of funds, but I've estimated, you need about a grand a month to live okay. So $4,000 is a minimum that you got to have, about $4,000. Now, if you have more than that, that's great. But we know that one of the main costs of life is food. Food has gone up exponentially, and it is what it is. But hopefully, I didn't get to my goal of going to Tijuana. And to be honest with you, I don't know what really stopped me. I had the funds to get there and to see what was going on, but I procrastinated and procrastinated and procrastinated. And I kind of regret doing that, because I think it would have been interesting to see. But now is not the right time to do it. Now's the time to go back home to Chicago, work, saddle up, saddle down, get in the saddle, back in the saddle again, you know that song, and reconnect. What's the price been down there? Crazy high in Michigan, $4.59 a gallon. Yeah, it's been about four. I got some gas here for $4.04 a gallon right now. So it was maybe a few weeks ago. It was $3.80 a gallon, and then it went up to about $3.90 a gallon, $3.89, and then it went up, shot up to about $4. This is on the low side, $4.05 a gallon, around there, and it really hasn't gone down. I mean, it's staying at about $4.05 a gallon, $4.04, which is high, but it's better than most places. And I'm seeing Chicagoland that it's averaging between $4.50 and $5 a gallon. You know, I mean, it's kind of scary if you think about it, but it is what it is. What can we do? And having the summer blends doesn't make things better, because that's more expensive also. So, I have some videos saved to see Ciudad Juarez on my phone. I might put those up on my social media platforms when I get home to Chicago. I have plenty of pictures. I guess I'll put those up on my social media, but I'm gonna have it just saved for my friends list. Friends on Facebook. I'm gonna put a handful of stuff here on Nomadic, on a Syrian Nomad. But yeah, life is scary now, guys. Life is tough. Inflation, the cost of gas, the cost of everything going up. And I hope, and I always try to look at the positive end of things. I hope that the pay is higher than what I was making last time in Chicagoland. I started off making $13.50 an hour, which was not very good, and then I was making $14.15 an hour. But I had good health insurance and dental and vision. And then the site that I was leaving that was $13.50, they had raised it to $16 when I left, changed my job sites. But it's hard. It's hard, and I think that the way that everything is now, everybody should be making a minimum of $15 an hour, which is not much really. In my opinion, everybody should be making $20 an hour, if you ask me. But you get what you can get, and you take what you can get, and that's just how life is, you know. So, anyways, guys, it's going to be a long road back home. I hope you guys will pray for me. I have to do a few things here tomorrow, so I might leave tomorrow night, or I might leave another day from now. Might leave Tuesday morning, but I know I'm going to be leaving here soon. It's time to leave. And I think that I've procrastinated way too long. I don't think I should have been here this long, but I had to get some things done, and I got them done. I did procrastinate a lot while I was here. I think that I'm pretty much a month and a half behind out of getting out of here. But I had to do what I had to do while I was here. You know, and I had to do what I had to do. And I survived. I bite, scratched, and clawed, and I was able to survive here on the road and stay here literally from Christmas until mid-May. And it was quite an experience. This year has been a very interesting year for me. I've had a lot of opportunities, and it's really opened up my mind to the possibilities of the world, the possibilities of the diverse lifestyles and the diversity that we have in this country, and the different places that we can go, and I have a love for Mexico. So, and you're set up working security back home? Yes, I am. Yes. How you doing, John? I'm about to get out of here, but yeah. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pop on out of here. Yeah, I've been to Tijuana in 2019. But yeah, life passes by. Life passes by fast as the older you get, and now I'm 40 years old, and now for me life is about learning about new places and filling my mind with new information, which is rejuvenating, and it's quite a nice thing to do. Thank you, Tim. But guys, all I have to say in closing, I'm going to be on the road going live here on Facebook from time to time. I got about approximately 1,500 miles drive to Chicago. I'm not going to go tonight. I'm going to be probably getting out of here tomorrow night or Tuesday morning, and I'll come on live here with you guys, and we're going to test out Metro PCS T-Mobile 5G and see how this thing works. Hopefully this is going to work good on the road. I've been very satisfied with Metro PCS by T-Mobile here in the El Paso area, and it's a great service, and I hope that it is reliable on the road. I hope it's reliable on the road, but that remains to be seen, and it'll be a nice test to test this service out on the road. I need to find my GPS. I've got my GPS in the rig here somewhere, and that's a backup, my Garmin GPS, to navigate. I need to find that. I've got it somewhere here in the rig, but I'm just trying to figure out where the heck I put it. I know it's got to be somewhere here in the rig, and I've been having a hard time finding it, but I know that I have it. So, it's definitely in here somewhere. I think it's in a pouch. Yeah, now I remember. It's in this special zippered container pouch thing. GPS holder. Yeah, I believe that's what it's in. Um, I don't know. I don't know how many gallons of fuel it takes to get home. But I look at it this way. If gas is around $4 a gallon through most of the country, it's a little bit higher, give or take, but when you get to Illinois, it's going to be higher. It's going to be $4.50 and up. But I realize that gas is much higher in Europe. I realize that gas is much higher in Canada. So yeah, we got it pretty bad here, but we don't have it as bad as Canada, or where they sell about a liter, or Mexico they sell about a liter. It's pretty high there, or same thing in Europe. Hopefully things will be winding down. I haven't been keeping up with the war in Ukraine and Russia. Hopefully that'll wind down. Things will get better. Hopefully we can start maybe opening up some pipeline or doing something. We got to do something, right? Things aren't getting better, they're getting worse, right? So well, gas might be high in Illinois, but when you go to the grocery store, there's a lot of fruit markets that have decent prices on food. Restaurants are much more cheaper in Chicagoland on the average than California. In California, not only is gas a little bit higher, but rent is higher, but taxes, I think, are overall higher in California. But restaurant food, food in the grocery store is much higher in California than in Illinois. Now, you would think, since California is an agriculture state and they produce a lot of food, right? They produce a lot of food products, that stuff would be cheaper, and that's not the case. And maybe it all boils down to taxes. I don't know. But California, the food, the grocery store food, is higher than Illinois, and the restaurants are much, on the average, much higher than Chicagoland. There's a few places that are Mexican places that I ate at in Santa Rosa that were really decent and really good for the price, but those are far and few in between. On the average, restaurants in California are 25 to 50% higher to eat than in Illinois. And there's great food in Michigan that's much cheaper than Illinois also. So Illinois is not the best place for cheap food. Middle Eastern food is definitely Michigan. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pop on out of here. I hope you guys have a good night. Just imparting what I'm going to tell you guys. Please say a prayer for my mom and her health. In Jesus' name. Please say a prayer for my health. Please say a prayer for my safety and security and the well-being of myself and Elisa Marie on the road. And please, if you can, see it in your hearts now or tonight or later, or when I get on the road with you guys, when I'm back here live. Please contribute to my PayPal, $5, $10, $15, $20 for some gas money. I would greatly appreciate that. You can do that by clicking the Friends to Family option on PayPal and sending $5, $10, $15, $20, whatever you can afford. And that link is on the my main. That link is on this Facebook fan page, Assyrian Nomad. How many miles does Rick currently have? Good question. 103,396. Yeah, 103,396. So it's got almost 104,000 miles. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pop on out of here. Yeah, I'm going to just do the wise thing here. Get some rest. Make a little dinner. Chill out. Get some rest. Get up tomorrow as early as I can. and buy a few more non-perishable items as far as food items. I don't know if I'm going to go over the border or not. I might go over the border, and I might not. I might go over and pick up some omeprazole, the heartburn medication, or might pick up some Viagra, and might date a girl. Might date one girl. But I don't know. It's not set in stone. I did date a girl the other day, and she was 23 years old, and it was nice. And you know, it's kind of a deceiving thing when they tell you it's an hour of service. You really get 20 minutes massage, 20 minutes service, and 20 minutes shower. So still a great deal, but I don't know. We'll see. I might go over the border. I might not. I think that stocking up. I don't think the Viagra for me is essential. And I think maybe getting going with natural organic products is probably better in the long run anyway. No, I don't want to settle down with anybody, Tim. I don't want to settle down with anybody. I don't want a relationship. I think that my lifestyle and what I do is, I think that in reality, relationships are not for everyone. They're definitely not for a person like me who's a nomad and who likes to travel and who's free-spirited. I'm not mentally geared for any sort of relationship. I don't mind having a friendship with benefits, but as far as a relationship goes, that's not something for somebody like me. That's the furthest thing that I do not want. Like I said, when you're a nomad and you live in a camper van and you like to travel and you're a free-spirited, open-minded person, having anything that holds you back, that ties you down, is not something that would be suitable for me. How long you plan on living the nomadic life, bro? Well, I've kind of thought about that. I thought about getting out of it, not doing it full time, but if you think about it, the way everything is set up in my life right now, it's actually the most realistic thing to do, because it's too cold to be in Chicago in my van in the wintertime, but it's nicer to go somewhere else. And then you're saving a lot of money on rent. So for what I'm doing, it's actually the most realistic thing for me now in my life. As I get older, it's going to be different. But now this is the most realistic thing for me to do, and it gives me an advantage because I'm able to save a lot of money on rent, and that gives me the advantage over a lot of people that are living a sticks and bricks life. They pay a lot of money in rent, and I definitely would want in the future to develop a home base, but now this is the most realistic and best thing for me to do, is to be a full-time nomad and work and save my money and travel. That's the most realistic thing to do. I'll never get in a relationship with anyone. As far as living stationary, I wouldn't mind doing that part-time, but not full-time. But with if I'm in decent weather, I really don't really need to do that. Um, I don't really have a need to do that. I was born in Arkansas, but no, I definitely don't like Arkansas. I don't mind visiting and seeing what's going on or what's changed, but I don't think that uh, I don't think that it's a good place to live. But going back and seeing things that change, or going back to places that I grew up in, rehashing memories. I don't know what happened there, but something on my phone. But yeah, going to Arkansas. Um, I think revisiting there. I wouldn't go out of my way to go there, but it's interesting any way you look at it to revisit a place where you were born and raised, and rehashing memories, maybe meeting up with classmates. Oh yeah, thanks. I'm back live. Yeah, something glitched on my phone where it went to voice assistant, and then it made me get off the air and come back. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pop on out of here. Um, I hope you guys are all having a great night. I think within this 1,500-mile road trip, whenever I feel like it, or whenever I feel inclined to do so, I'll come on here and talk to you guys or go live, depending on how good my signal is and all that. And that's about it, guys. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pop on out of here, guys. I feel good. I feel positive. I feel confident. I was actually going to miss this place and really didn't want to leave, but my mom is my priority. And it's the time to leave right now because the heat's coming steadily. In the daytime, it gets hot here. Today was beautiful. It was 82 degrees and cool, and yeah. But now is the right timing to leave because the heat's coming, and I've spent more than ample time here, and the timing is to go back home to Chicago. I'm going to kill a lot of birds with one stone in Chicago. I'll kill a lot of birds with one stone when I got here. I was able to create an income. I'm not going to say how, but I was able to create an income while I was here. This was a good year for me. And also, I was able to learn a lot about this place and stretch my dollar and really stretch it out, you know. And now it's time to go back home to Chicago, and it's been a long time since I've been back home to Chicago. It's hard to believe that I've, like I said, been here since Christmas. Time just flies by, you know. Time flies by. And when you live this nomadic life, you just start to realize that every day doing this life, you take life one day at a time. And if you do, it's not as stressful, and you're happier. I'm not saying don't be prepared, don't look towards the future, guys, but sometimes in life you gotta tone back. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate it, brother. But I'm not saying, guys, don't be prepared, don't plan a life, but sometimes in life You might not be feeling good mentally or physically, or something's going on. It's better to just slow it down and tone it down and just take life one day at a time. You can only do so much in one day. And if you do that, and if you live like that, you're going to be happier overall. That's how you doing, William? I'm about to get off here, but you'll be happier overall, in my opinion. I'm not saying don't have dreams and aspirations and goals and don't be prepared. That's a good thing, but also let's just take life one day at a time, guys. You know, let's take it one day at a time. Let's stay focused, and if you do that, you're going to be confident. You're going to be happier, and that's what I try to do in my life, and I find that makes me happier when I can just concentrate a day at a time in life, and that's one of the best things that anybody can do. That's one of the best things that anyone can do, guys. If you're stressed out, if you're not feeling good, if you got too much on your plate, just slow down, get through the day, and think positive and think that tomorrow's going to be better. And you're going to make some progress tomorrow. That's what life is all about. Life slaps us down a lot, and sometimes we have to fight back to get up. But you remember, things can only get so bad, and then they get better little by little, And that's the way that I see it, guys. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pop on out of here, guys. I'm going to get some rest. I want to thank you guys for coming in. I just wanted to do a pop-in, touch base with everybody and all that. So tomorrow I've got to run a couple of errands. Got to get some more non-perishable food. Got plenty of water. And I might go over the border. I might not. We'll see. So I'm probably going to be slated to leave Tuesday morning. Tuesday or Wednesday morning, I should be out of here and heading back up towards Chicago. It was a difficult decision for me to make in a lot of ways because, like I said, I had aspirations and goals of going to California and San Diego and checking it out. But at the same time, I know that's not the right timing right now to do that. And I don't really have that many funds to do that. I have funds, but not that much. I can get to California, but it wouldn't be the wise thing for me to do. So I just want to be positive, and if I would have stayed here in Texas, it wouldn't have been a bad thing. I would be able to get a job and make some money here. I actually really thought seriously about doing that, and I'm still thinking of doing that. But the question is, and the reality is, how much am I going to get paid here? That's number one. Now you're dealing also with heat, extreme heat here in El Paso day after day after day. And that's something to think about when you're dealing with running a generator and trying to urban camp. And on top of all that, the lower pay, which is not a good thing. And on top of that, not being away from my mom. Now the positive of being here is getting mechanical work is cheaper here, and getting dental work obviously is cheaper here in Mexico, and I thought really very seriously about staying here, and I kind of sometimes think to myself, I know I got to go and see my mom and be with my mom, but being in Chicago really is a challenge also for me because it's getting harder and harder to urban camp up there in Chicagoland. And the pay is better, but it's still pretty low for what it is. Gas prices are higher. And dental work and mechanical work is very expensive up in the Midwest compared to here. So those are all downfalls. So that's the thing. So you're never going to get anything perfect anywhere, you got to give and take for what you got. And I just know that it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Coming here has been a learning experience for me. It's opened up my eyes. And I'm going to be better prepared next time for Mexico and Juarez and Tijuana. And it's been a learning experience. No, I didn't visit Austin. My goal was to learn more about Mexico and Juarez. That's what I did. I see that here in Ciudad Juarez and El Paso, it's much easier to get across the border. It's less of an event than it is in Tijuana. And that's what I like about it. I like the laid-back atmosphere of it. It's very interesting. It is what it is, guys. I thought about a last-second thing of should I go to California instead of going to Chicago, or just stay here. And my gut feeling and my instinct and my heart told me to go back to Chicago because I know that my mom needs me. And that's the main thing. And I know I'm doing the right thing for her, for me, and for God. And it is what it is. That's the thing. In a way, it's a lot of sacrifice for me to go to Chicago. I thought, and I'm still thinking twice, really should I go back? The amount of gas it's going to take me to get back. I'm suffering with a lot of dental problems, and going back to Chicago is not going to put me in a position to get affordable dental work. That's a bad thing. So I don't. I'm still iffy about really going back, really because of that, of a lot of issues, a lot of challenges with Chicago. But I know that there's challenges here too. So what do you do? You know, I thought about, maybe staying here and getting a job and getting a spot at a RV park or something, or maybe getting a month-by-month apartment rent and trying to eke it out here. Because you go to California, you're dealing with difficulty in parking, difficulty, cost of living. Get a security job, all benefits that you like, take care of your teeth and any other problems you take. Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is I'm leaving here is a huge sacrifice in a way, because now, I'm back up in Illinois, making more money. But the cost of dental work is so high that it's not affordable. The cost of mechanical work up there is really high, where it's not affordable. And all the gas money to get back home. And but I have to make that sacrifice for my mom. It's a huge sacrifice. Where I have my own issues to deal with. And it kind of puts me in a predicament, a bad predicament for myself. Maybe the wisest thing for me to do is to get a job and stay here, and try to figure out how to eke it out here. That would be an option. But in reality, you got a lot of heat to deal with here. You have a lot of heat weather, which is not a nomad's best friend. So that's a difficulty. If it wasn't that hot, um, you know, maybe I'd be able to do it. But that's a real, that's a real killer. So you're looking at that too. Well, there's no state Medicaid in Texas. There's, I think, state Medicaid in New Mexico. But there's no state Medicaid in the state of Texas that there is in New Mexico. So, yeah, it's a difficult decision for me to make. I thought a lot about what I'm going to do, and going to Chicago, in a way, it's good. The weather's cooler. I'm going to make more money, but now, if you want to get dental work or mechanical work done, you're going to be paying a lot of money. And then here, you outweigh that with, well, now you're here in Texas and it's hot, and you really can't do it in a van full time. You're going to need to get an RV spot, or maybe get some sort of a apartment here in Mexico, which that's another issue to deal with. So, in a way you look at it, it's a double-edged sword. If you go to Chicago, now you're dealing with a high cost of living. If you're here, you've got to deal with a cost of living and lower pay because it's hot. So it's difficult. It's very difficult. Any way you slice it or dice it, it's a tough predicament that I'm in. And besides all that, you never get something perfect anywhere. California's got great weather. It's harder to park there. Much higher cost of living. Illinois, it's getting harder to park. Higher cost of living overall. Higher pay, but a higher cost of living. El Paso is nice because you've got great weather for most of the year. You got a lower cost of living, but you got a lower pay. Yeah, there's always a plus and minus. So you give or take with whatever you're dealing with, and that's what it all boils down to. That's what it all boils down to. You never can get anything perfect anywhere. California, I think San Diego's got perfect weather. But how easy is it to urban camp there? Really, I don't know. It wasn't that easy when I went. And the costs there are much higher overall of everything. You gotta have time and money to explore. Here in Texas, you've got extreme heat in the daytime, not in the nighttime. And that's not a nomad's friend. So now you got to figure out some sort of stationary living. Now, how cool can you stay in an RV park in the desert with no shade? I don't know. And it is what it is. It's a difficult decision for me to make. Going back to Illinois, and dealing with Illinois is a whole different animal to deal with. Whole different animal to deal with. It's really a difficult choice. And like I said, going back to Illinois, I mean, it is what it is. That's what do you deal with? Anywhere you go, you're dealing with something. So it's a very difficult dilemma that I'm in, and that's why I've been in procrastination mode. Do you go to California? Do you deal with the high costs of living and learning a new place? Do you go back home to Chicago where you feel safe and you feel that you know it and you know what you can do and you can make a living, but you pay higher cost of living? Do you stay here in El Paso where you like it, where you get a little bit of both of